Could the House please come to order? We will now be beginning the closing ceremony of the 28th iteration of the Seoul Model United Nations Conference. Good afternoon, honorable delegates, chairs, advisors, and distinguished guests. My name is Kate Kim, and it has been a pleasure to serve as the Deputy Secretary General of this year's conference. 3 days ago, we began SEOMUN 28 with a call to raise your placards, to share your perspectives, and to use your voices not only to debate, but to connect, to empathize, and to lead. Now, as we close this year's conference, I invite you to take a moment to remember our first day 2 days ago. The nervous glances, the cautious laughter, the shuffling of resolutions. And then remember today, the same rooms now filled with confident delegates who have learned, challenged, and inspired one another. Throughout this weekend, you have proven what it means to be the voices of tomorrow. From the creative MUN style Among Us debates in ICJ to the impromptu challenges in SC, your persistence reminded us that diplomacy is about listening, truly listening to one another. As I witnessed delegates grow in confidence and enthusiasm, I was reminded why MUN continues to be special to me. It's an opportunity to understand the struggles and ways to build unique ways to resolve them in the real world. Here, you learn to navigate disagreement with empathy, to transform ideas into tangible solutions, and to confront complexity with courage. This year marks my 4th and final SEOMUN conference before I graduate. And I can say with certainty that this weekend has been one of the most meaningful conclusions to my MUN journey I could have imagined. When I joined my first conference as a nervous freshman, I never imagined how much this experience would shape me. The mentors who believed in me before I believed in myself, the delegates who became lifelong friends, the communities that taught me to listen more than I speak. And for that, I am deeply grateful to every delegate who dared to speak, to every chair who guided with patience, to every advisor who believed in your students, and to every member of the Secretariat who made this weekend especially special. Olivia, Gina, Jamie, it's been an honor to create this with you. Ben and Haley, your creativity made SEOMUN an unforgettable experience. To our advisors, Mr. Klinkerman, Ms. Elliott, Ms. Lee, Mr. Pollock, and Ms. Cha, thank you for your guidance and support behind this conference. I am so thankful to have worked with such hardworking and supportive groups of people. As we part ways today, remember that diplomacy doesn't end when the gavel falls. It lives in how you treat people tomorrow, in the conversations you continue, the injustices you question, and the communities you choose to build. Carry this experience forward as proof that your voice matters, not because it's the loudest, but because it carries empathy and conviction. On behalf of the entire Secretariat, thank you for making SEOMUN 28 not only possible, but unforgettable. Congratulations, delegates. You are and will continue to be the voices of tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you. I would now like to yield the floor to Secretary General Olivia Kim.
Thank you, Kate, for your moving speech. We will now begin the much-anticipated award segment of our ceremony, a moment that I'm sure will bring both excitement and relief after 3 days of intense and productive debate. The presidents of each committee will now take on the stage to deliver a short speech and present the Best Delegate and Honorable Mention awards. When your committee is shown on the screen, presidents, please come to the podium. Delegates, if your name is called for an award, please come up to the stage to receive your award and take a photo with your president and the Secretariat. Without further ado, I now yield the floor to the president of GA1.
Dear Secretariats, chairs, delegates, advisors, and admins, the General Assembly 1 has been a remarkable display of intellect and diplomacy for all of us. From synthetic biology to nuclear warfare and AI security, delegates confronted each challenge with depth and composure. What began as a quiet discussion soon ignited into passionate exchange. The committee produced 133 speeches, 281 POIs, and 63 amendments, where we'll never forget the moments where we navigated through the pile of notes and these amendments, which is truly shaped through collaboration and curiosity that lasts beyond the committee room. Our award winners have exemplified excellence through their eloquence, critical thinking, and perseverance, reflecting qualities of future global leaders. Congratulations to our honorable mention, Henry Lee, the delegate of Russia, and our best delegate, Morgan Park, the delegate of Iran. Thank you.
My name is Kaden Jung, a junior at Seoul Foreign School, and it was my utmost honor to serve as the president of the Second General Assembly of the 28th iteration of Seoul Model United Nations. I would first like to thank my amazing co-chairs Harang and Joo-hee, whose commitment and positive attitude, both in the preparation process and during the conference, greatly engaged delegates. I would also like to thank the secretariats and advisors, whose unwavering support made the process that much easier. Over the last 3 days, G8 covered 3 resolutions over the imperative topics of sustainability, trade wars, and job displacement. Overall, the committee produced 296 POIs, 87 speeches, and 39 approved amendments. Delegates fought fiercely, voicing their country's stances and negotiating among each other. Each and every individual showed tremendous growth and progress. That being said, 2 delegates stood out. G2 has 1 honorable mention and 1 best delegate. The honorable mention goes to the delegate who greatly improved throughout the conference, consistently making strong POIs and constantly advocating for her ideas. Her high energy speeches make us excited to see how her MUN journey will pan out. And finally, the best delegate award goes to a delegate who exemplified what it meant to be a strong delegate. Over the course of 3 days, she had the most amount of approved amendments in the committee, showcasing an admirable dedication to improving the resolution. She maintained her confidence throughout the conference, making strong arguments in all her speeches, demonstrating an unwavering country stance. The honorable mention goes to the delegate of United States of America, and the best delegate award goes to the delegate of Norway.
Good afternoon, honorable chairs, distinguished delegates, and esteemed guests. My name is Angela Moon, president of the Economic and Social Council. It truly has been an honor to serve as your president for this iteration of SEOMUN. I'd first like to thank my co-chairs Jaden Lee and Philip Yoon, and our admin Claire and Neo, whom without this conference would not have been possible. With 333 POIs, 108 speeches, and enough amendments to drown our DAP Philip, we had over 600 total contributions that thoroughly impressed my chairs and I. And I would like to thank my ECOSOC committee for making my fourth and final SEOMUN conference so memorable. Now for the long-awaited awards, I would like to acknowledge 2 delegates who stood out to us. These delegates provided consistent leadership during all 3 days. The impact that the POI speeches and amendments had truly guided the debate. With that, our honorable mention goes to the delegate of China from YIS, and our Best Style Award goes to delegate of Argentina from FIS.
Honorable delegates, fellow chairs, and most esteemed guests, I am Jian Hong from Seoul International School, president of UNHCR, for my last time in this truly special conference. It almost fills me with a sense of reverence to see bits of myself in all of your faces, and to think this is the last conference for many of these senior chairs who attended 4 years ago as delegates ourselves. I'd first like to thank Harumi and Doreen. It truly wouldn't have been the same without you. Thank you, Secretariat and advisors, for making this conference possible as well. The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees was truly special, and delegates, you are the reason why. With 252 POIs, we truly were an inquisitive committee, overwhelmed with amendments and proactive. Not once did we have to use chair's discretion to prompt delegates to speak. With that, the awards. Our verbal commendation goes to the delegate of Russia, Tommy Dewar, who led the conference with charisma and intellect. Our honorable mention goes to the delegate of Bangladesh, Jacob Sung, who filled our debates with witty remarks and dedicated speeches. And last but most certainly not least, our best delegate goes to the delegate of Ethiopia, Aiden Kim, who never faltered in his speeches, amendments, and POIs, especially when it wasn't his agenda. Thank you.
Good afternoon, esteemed delegates, honorable chairs, and advisors. My name is Yena Emily Choi, a junior from Korea International School. I had the privilege to serve as the Assistant President of the United Nations Environmental Program alongside my co-chairs Jean Hu and Ariane Hoon. I also appreciate our admins Jack and Musa. It was truly an honor to serve as a chair for the 20th iteration of SEOMUN. Throughout the whole duration of the debate, the entirety of the 3 days, all delegates showed their best behavior and worked maintaining a diplomatic composure. With outstanding collaboration, UNEP was able to pass 3 strong and astounding resolutions regarding the global waste trade industry, the whaling crisis in the Arctic, and the ware scarcity in sub-Saharan Africa. With a total of 193 POIs and 22 amendments approved, I couldn't ask more for the delegates as they produced an exceptional debate. With that, I would like to present 2 exceptional delegates. These 2 delegates successfully exhibited exemplary behavior as potential future leaders. The Honorable Mention Award goes to Delegate of Egypt, Winda Bint from ISM, and the Best Delegate Award goes to the Delegate of France, Sophia Kim from Korea International School. Thank you.
Honorable delegates, advisors, and chairs. My name is Chloe Oh, a senior from Korea International School, and I am honored to have served as the president of the Human Rights Council. On behalf of my co-chairs, we are absolutely so proud of all the delegates in our committee. Over the course of the 3-day conference, we had 79 amendments, 89 speeches, and 288 points of information. Every contribution mattered and helped make our debates more meaningful and lively. I would also like to thank my Assistant President Zoe, Deputy Assistant President Hannah, and of course our admin Molly. Thank you for being so amazing to work with. You truly made every committee session run so smoothly, and I appreciate you all so much. And back to our delegates, congratulations to all of you for your hard work, dedication, and passion. Regardless of if you got an award today or not, thank you for your effort, and we hope that this is not the end of your MUN journey, but just the beginning. And now, for the moment you all have been waiting for, the awards. This was a hard decision, but both delegates absolutely contributed immensely to our debates over this conference, and we're so proud of both of you. Without further ado, our honorable mention, we have Delegate of Israel, Shazan from ISM. And for Best Delegate, we have Delegate of Haiti, Jeff from YIS.
Honorable Chair and fellow delegates, as I stand before you with immense pride at the finishing ceremony of SEOMUN, over the course of this conference, CSCD has witnessed 285 points of information, 103 speeches, and 75 amendments, despite only having 14 delegates. Selecting the Honorable Mention Award was one of the hardest decisions we faced as chairs. My fellow chairs, Leah and Sarah, all had different opinions on who was able to receive this award. But because it was so hard, we ended up choosing our award selections based on impromptu speeches, and a couple individuals rose out of the challenge with grace and conviction. And I want to introduce our honorable mention award recipient, Jaden from AISG. Congratulations, delegate. Um, he won this award because of his resilience. Although there were a couple slip ups here and there, he demonstrated that it's not about how hard you hit, but about how hard, how, how you can get hit and keep moving forward. Thank you, delegates. Our best delegate award goes to the delegate of Japan, Philip Conrad Bliss from SIS. Out of the 285 points of information, he contributed to around half. So that is precisely why. Yep. Thank you, delegates.
Hi, World Assembly. Before going to awards, which I'm sure all of you are incredibly excited for, I'd like to thank you all for being such a wonderful committee. Throughout this conference, there were no AI flags nor usage of devices, and all members were incredibly engaged. I'd also like to thank my co-chairs, Kenyu Hayase and Jessica Kim, as well as our admins who made our committee function. With a total of 225 POIs, 97 speeches, and 63 amendments approved and 29 amendments debated on, this committee was especially active. The chairs were incredibly impressed with your innovative and consistent, to an extent best described as overbearing, desire to amend resolutions. Now for the awards. This delegate impressed chairs with his resourcefulness, bringing consistent statistics and collaborating with delegates. The verbal commendation goes to the delegate of the United States, Jian Lee. Next, this delegate had 33 POIs, 14 speeches, and 9 amendments approved. Praised for their quality of speech and POIs, as well as the ability to make all responses both sophisticated yet concise, this delegate has shown great manner and diplomacy. For these reasons, the honorable mention goes to Sua Yoon, delegate of the United Kingdom. And finally, the next award goes to a delegate who has consistently shown passion in her speeches, demonstrating both clarity and strong points despite even doing an impromptu speech. This delegate also led her block, showing no fear when the entire House raised POIs. They had 21 POIs, 19 speeches, and 16 amendments approved. With a clear mastery over speech, the best delegate goes to Charlotte Kim, People's Republic of China.
Honorable chairs, esteemed delegates, and most distinguished guests, my name is Yuna Sung, and I'm a junior at Seoul Foreign School. Over the past 3 days, it has been my utmost honor to serve as the president of the Commission on the Status of Women at the 20th iteration of Seoul Model United Nations, alongside my co-chairs Oasis and Minju. As president, it has been inspiring to watch you, delegates, approach the conference with a sense of curiosity, compassion, and conviction. Across these 3 days, our committee has heard over 140 speeches, responded to more than 381 POIs, and proposed 86 amendments, with each one pushing our resolutions to be sharper and more just. What truly stood out to me was your willingness to listen to others, whether they had similar or different political stances, to compromise meaningfully and to collaborate purposefully. Before I end, I would like to take a moment to recognize 2 delegates who truly stood out for their leadership and engagement throughout the conference with the Honorable Mention and Best Delegate Award recipients. First, our Honorable Mention Award goes to a delegate whose arguments showed great logic and persuasion. Since the first day of the conference, their leadership during lobbying was nothing short of impressive. And during the entire 3 days, they managed to make MUN seem like an effortless and chill activity, which is quite hard to do, as all of you here know. Having said that, congratulations to the delegate of Afghanistan, Laila Tao from Taipei American School. Second, our Best Delegate Award goes to a delegate who consistently brought quick thinking and entertainment to every debate. Whether it was crafting improvised yet insightful speeches or submitting more than 5 amendments during reading time, this delegate never failed to keep the committee busy. And, of course, all chairs in the CSW can agree that it's not a true CSW session without this delegate repeating the phrase "insofar" at least 50 times. With that being said, congratulations to Delegate of the United States, Jun-So Lee from Seoul Foreign School. To the other delegates, thank you for making these 3 days unforgettable. Your passion for advocacy and justice gives me hope for the voices of tomorrow and that the next generation of leaders will continue to champion equality. Thank you.
Honorable delegates, chairs, secretariat, and advisors. My name is Minju Chong, and I'm a junior from Seoul International School. It was truly my honor to serve as the president of UNDP, where one voice met many other voices to create solutions that ensure the world's sustainable development. I'd first like to thank my co-chairs Zoe and Sungu, and our hardworking admin Claire, who made UNDP such a memorable committee, as well as the secretariat team for hosting this meaningful conference. Despite being a small committee, the UNDP made 187 POIs, 70 speeches, and 46 approved amendments, and each of them showed how innovative solutions can brightly shine when delegates actively voice them. The fruitful discussion we saw as chairs made the award decisions extremely hard. After a long discussion, the honorable mention goes to an eloquent speaker who made insightful amendments and impressive responses to POIs. Congratulations, Delegate of New Zealand, Clara Chu. The Best Delegate Award goes to an engaging debater who passionately made sharp POIs and speeches, demonstrating nuanced logic that elevated the quality of debate. Congratulations, Delegate of Germany, Alex Lee.
Fellow chairs, distinguished delegates, and esteemed secretariat. Hi, my name is Junmo An, a senior at Seoul International School. It has been my most profound pleasure to serve as the president of the Six Party Talks at the 28th iteration of SEOMUN. Before I begin, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to my co-chairs Daniel and Leona. The SPT simply could not have thrived as it did without you. Now, to the delegates of SPT, you have my highest respect. In the course of our sessions, you've debated 32 operative clauses, which, quite frankly, is the most I've witnessed in any committee for my entire experience in MUN. You delivered 109 speeches, answered 186 POIs, and passed 39 amendments, all within the unique vacuum that defines the Six Party Talks. And I am deeply proud of you all. Now it is my honor to recognize 3 individuals who conduct stood up amongst others. Our verbal commendation goes to the delegate of Japan from Korea International School. He was a diplomat in every sense of the word. And I have confidence in the great MUN career ahead of him. Please give this individual an applause for his performance. Now moving on to the awards. Our honorable mention goes to a delegate who filled our committee room with laughter and energy. I still recall his analogy of how North Korea is an insecure gym bro. Despite his questionable sense of humor, his wit never overshadows his commitment to diplomacy and his country's stance. And in fact, it actually made it more convincing. Therefore, congratulations to Aiden Kopp, the delegate of South Korea from Seoul Foreign School. Please join me in a round of applause. And now, finally, our Best Delegate Award goes to a delegate who was articulate, always engaged, and unwavering in her pursuit of consensus. She exemplified what it means to be an MUNer, focused, passionate, and prudent. Congratulations to Claire Shin, the delegate of Russia from Seoul International School.
Debating in the Security Council is no easy task. As one of the most advanced committees in MUN, it features a fast-paced, clause-by-clause debate where delegates must navigate complex power dynamics and draft binding resolutions that closely reflect real-world scenarios. Despite having participated exclusively in the Security Council for the past 12 conferences over the 5 years, and over the past 3 days, I've encountered some of the most talented delegates whose rhetoric remains unforgettable. Verbal commendation goes to the delegate of South Korea, who impressed committee with their preparation and research on the agenda. This delegate added dimension and complexity to the discussion that elevated the debate as a whole. For me, MUN differs from other forms of public speaking because success depends not only on persuasiveness, but also a deep understanding of one's country's position, diplomacy, and malleability in adapting to shifting negotiations. With that, I've decided 2 delegates who have best demonstrated these values after a harsh round of impromptu speeches and input from the admins. I would like to recognize our honorable mention, the delegate of France from KIS. And with that, I would like to recognize the best delegate of Security Council, William Park, the delegate of India.
Fellow chairs, honorable delegates, and esteemed guests. My name is Daniel Hibam Lee, a junior here at Seoul Foreign School. And I am more than honored to have had the privilege of chairing for the Historical Security Council alongside my superb crew, Aaron and Victoria. From never-ending motions to fact checks and vetoes to amendments reaching up to 5 pages, my chairs and I were truly amazed by the passion, diplomacy, and dedication each delegate brought to this committee. From being a little delegate who barely knew what was going on during my first SEOMUN conference to now chairing as a president at my own school, this is something that my freshman self could have only dreamt of. So I would like to take this time to thank everyone in the SFS MUN team as well as the advisors for making my wildest dreams come true. Now, moving on to the awards. Before I announce them, I want everyone to understand that these decisions were made after numerous discussions with Aaron, Victoria, and Aiden. Aiden was our admin. Unfortunately, some were unable to join us as they had to leave early, but please give them a big round of applause. With that being said, the honorable mention goes to Delegate of Syria, Jack Lee, and the Best Delegate Award goes to Delegate of USSR, Adrian Wong. Thank you so much.
Sorry. Honorable chairs, esteemed delegates, and distinguished guests. Hello everyone, my name is Caleb Kim, and I'm a current senior at Seoul International School. It is my distinct honor as president of the International Court of Justice to address you at the conclusion of what has been a rigorous, thoughtful, and intellectually engaging conference. Over the past days, our courtroom has experienced and witnessed not only well-researched arguments and persuasive advocacy, but also a deep commitment to the principles of justice and legal fairness. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to all our delegates for their dedication despite experiencing ICJ for the first time. Additionally, I give full credit to my wonderful co-chairs, Peter and Olivia, and I can confidently say this committee would not have succeeded without you. After much deliberation, the chairs have selected 2 key delegates to be recognized for their exceptional performance. Firstly, the Best Advocate Award goes to David Kim, Advocate of Uganda from SFS, due to his rhetorically persuasive speeches that captured the committee's attention. Second, the Best Judge Award goes to Nate Kim, Judge of the United Kingdom from SIS. Recognized for his evident growth throughout the 3 days of the conference. Finally, a shout out to the Judge of China for his exceptional performance. Thank you.
Congratulations to all of the Best Delegate and Honorable Mention awardees, and thank you to all of the chairs who have led each committee to success. Your months of preparation, from dozens of comprehensive chair reports to attending our additional meetings, have truly been the backbone of the SEOMUN experience. Now, we would like to recognize one exemplary chair with the Best Chair Award. This honor is given to the chair who has demonstrated high accountability, leadership skills, a strong knowledge of rules and procedures, and produce a high-quality chair report. The Best Chair Award, alongside a Starbucks gift card, goes to a chair who has facilitated organized debate, expertly managed veto debates that stretched for over an hour, and even provided boba to the entire committee. Congratulations to Hee-bum Lee, President of HSC.
Good afternoon, honorable advisors, distinguished chairs, delegates, and fellow admin. As SEOMUN comes to a close, I stand here filled with both gratitude and awe. Gratitude for the countless hands and hearts that made this conference possible, and awe for the passion and purpose that echoed through every committee room these past few days. From the first Scrabble strike to the last resolution passed, SEOMUN has been more than just a conference. It has been a living testament to what young minds can achieve when united by curiosity, compassion, and conviction. As head of admin, I've had the privilege of watching all this unfold behind the scenes. I've seen admins sprinting through hallways, quietly resolving crises, guiding delegates, and ensuring that everything runs smoothly, often without recognition, but never without heart. To my admin team, you are the foundation of SEOMUN. You are the quiet strength behind every debate and every success. The world doesn't often see the effort behind excellence, but I do. And I couldn't be prouder of each and every one of you. To our delegates, over the past few days, your words have carried weight beyond these walls. You have proven that the voices of tomorrows are already here, thoughtful, fearless, and ready to lead. You debated with passion, you listened with empathy, and you collaborated with courage. You reminded us that change does not begin with experience or authority. It begins with a voice. 2 years ago, I remember attending my first SEOMUN conference with fear and uncertainty. Upon reflection, I realized that confidence is not built in moments of certainty, but in moments of courage and even in moments of failure. The experience taught me that fear is not the opposite of strength, but it is a part of it. Therefore, if you believe you made a humiliating mistake during the conference, do not view them as weaknesses, but as stepping stones for cultivating your own voice and courage. To our secretariat team, Olivia, Kate, Gina, thank you for guiding us through what has truly been a marathon of preparation, planning, and perseverance. And to our directors, Ben and Haley, thank you for always being on task, even when our feedback was relentless. And to our advisors, thank you for your direction, wisdom, and quiet support behind the scenes, reminding us that leadership isn't about standing in the spotlight, but about empowering others to shine. As life passes by, I urge you all to carry our theme, Voices of Tomorrows, in your hearts. Because the voices of tomorrows isn't waiting to be heard someday. They are speaking right now through you. Thank you. And now, I will be announcing the Best Admin Awards. I did not tell my admins this, so this is a huge surprise. These admins have shown outstanding dedication, far beyond what I could have possibly trained them for. They voluntarily helped me during printing, were always open to feedback during debriefs, answered countless questions for others, and somehow always managed to give me a smile when I was on the verge of crashing out. Because of their reliability, positivity, and genuine kindness, I'm so proud to present this year's Best Admin Awards to Yebin and Aaron. Congratulations. Now, I would like to invite an amazing performance from SFS' very own talented NYP dance team. Our middle year students have been rehearsing countless hours, so please welcome them with a huge round of applause and make sure to stay hyped. Lastly, for our admins, there's one last task before we officially wrap up. Let's work our magic one more time and help take down the tables and chairs for the performers. Thank you.
will be the sound. You can't stop the beat.
I hope you'll enjoy the performances from SFS's middle years dance team and the Taekwondo group, both wonderful showcases of the young talent and spirit within our community and the broader city of Seoul. As we come to the end of this incredible 3-day journey, I just want to say, what a weekend it has been. I've been so fortunate to attend MUN conferences across different countries, each with its own strengths and memorable moments. But, and I might be a little biased here, the conference that has amazed me the most has been right here, this weekend at Seoul Foreign School, my home school for the past 7 years. To be honest, I've never seen our high school building so alive in my many years here until this weekend, buzzing with passionate delegates, confident chairs, advisors hard at work in the comfy library chairs where high school students usually nap, adorable yet incredibly responsible admins, and of course, the Seoulite team, working hard to capture and document this all. This energy, this vibrance, you all made it happen. To all our delegates, chairs, advisors, and guests, thank you for bringing SEOMUN 28 to life. You are the reason this conference was filled with such warmth and enthusiasm, and I truly thank you all for coming. And while you've all made SEOMUN 28 so memorable, I'd also like to take a moment to recognize the incredible individuals who work tirelessly behind the scenes, our secretariat team, directors, and advisors. To my Deputy Secretary General Kate, thank you for handling every issue with such authority, confidence, and charisma. Your humor really kept me going when conference planning was at its peak intensity. To my Deputy Secretary General Gina, your responsibility and professionalism have kept this conference running smoothly, especially as you tackled an endless stream of emails with grace and patience with me. To Jamie, our head of admin, thank you for training the next generation of MUN and for leading such a responsible, dedicated team of admin. Their efficiency and kindness are a direct reflection of your leadership. To Kate Han, our head of operational affairs, thank you for running across the HS all weekend solving problems, even in heeled boots, and sometimes even in your Crocs. To Ben, our tech director, thank you for managing everything from filming and printing to airplay setups and even organizing donuts. SEOMUN couldn't have run without your behind-the-scenes tech skills magic. To Haley, our design director, your creativity brought SEOMUN to life visually. From the merchandise to what is now officially my favorite hoodie ever, you gave our conference its visual identity. To Ms. Cha, thank you for coordinating performances, contacting vendors, processing payments, and basically being the backbone of every logistical detail. We truly couldn't have done it without you. And of course, to our amazing advisors, Mr. Klinkerman, Mrs. Elliott, Mr. Pollock, and Ms. Lee. Thank you for your consistent guidance and support and overall zen. From helping sick participants to modeling our hoodies in style, to helping coordinate meals and snacks with Crave Catering, which I think we can all agree were a hit, your efforts were countless and your mentorship proved invaluable to us. This conference has truly been the highlight of my high school experience. From my first SEOMUN during COVID, a nervous delegate on Zoom, raising my virtual hand for a point of information, to standing here today as a Secretary General closing this conference. It feels absolutely surreal. This year's theme, Voices of Tomorrow, reminds us that leadership, courage, and diplomacy aren't defined by age, but by the willingness to speak up and listen. I have seen those voices come alive over the past 3 days, and I've never felt prouder. Thank you once again for being part of SEOMUN 28. I hope our paths cross again in future conferences in new cities and in the conversations that will continue to shape tomorrow. At this time, I would like to invite my fellow Secretariat members to the stage to join me in closing this conference. At this time, I, Olivia Kim, the Secretary General, alongside my fellow Secretariat, officially declare the closing of the 28th Seoul Model United Nations Conference. Thank you all so much. Could the chairs come to the stage for a photo, and everyone else, you can go out to take photos and say your final goodbyes. Thank you.
wait, Benny 찍어? Okay.